started. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is David Suttoff with the High Table. This is season 3, and I have a very special guest. One of my closest and dearest friends, and this is the young Thundercat, Spitfire, medical sales, real estate guru, candles,
come on,
mother, entrepreneur, everything. This is Stacey Reese, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, introduce yourself. First, let me give you a hand clap. Talk to the people, okay? Let them know who you are. Introduce yourself.
I am Stacey Reese, born and raised Nashville. For those who know me, Bordeaux is where I am originally from. Bordeaux or Bordeaux, for those of you who don't know. But anyway, I'm from here, born and raised, Tennessee State University, moved to Hendersonville. I mean, and then I just have a long list of career and children. Yeah.
Hey, we'll get into that at some point. I love your kids. Your kids are good. They are hilarious. And the dogs. I love the dogs.
Oh, well, I got 2 Frenchies, y'all. I got 2 Frenchies. Dumb and Dumber. That's not their real name, but
they love each other. You know what I'm saying? So, the reason why I got you here because you and I have had a lot of conversations about a lot of different things, and I like your outlook on life, being a single mother, juggling so many things. You know, I've been around you, and your phone is non-stop going off. And you are a mechanic. You build the house. You wash the clothes. You clean the house. You do everything. Where did that internal fortitude come from of just being able to juggle all that you have on your plate?
Well, first of all, I got to say it's from my mom. My mom, not just in my mom, but my mom and my dad.
Okay.
I think that the hustle just lied in both of them.
Right.
But since my mom was technically a single mom, I saw my mom go to work. She was in the military.
Right.
She taught us how to get on the bus and go to school. We went to a private school.
Okay.
How to get home by ourselves, cook, and do what we needed to do to survive. And so I saw my mom literally out there hustling to make it work.
Okay.
And that just kind of instilled something in you. Like my mom went from a CNA, a certified nursing assistant, to a RN, to a BSN, to getting her master's at Trevecca.
Okay.
I mean, and now she's a retired lieutenant colonel in the Air Force.
Wow.
So that woman did that while she was single. So and with kids.
Right.
So you got 4 kids, and she didn't drop them all.
Wow.
And so my thing is if that woman can do it,
you can do it too.
I can do it too.
And when you saw your mother doing that, did she make it look easy, or did she? My parents never made stuff look easy. Yeah, we knew the grind was there, but you saw your hero, and I assume she was your hero, obviously. Did you ever see her like just tired or worn out, or just always persevering?
My mom was a Spitfire.
Okay.
So no.
I see where you get it from.
My mom is a Spitfire. So I think for her it's more, she probably internally did, but my mama was so resourceful that, so let me say this, even though she was a single mom, my dad was still there. So I did see the struggle because it wasn't like we didn't have our water cut off. It wasn't like sometimes the lights didn't get cut off.
Right.
We persevered through it though.
Right.
My dad and the phone at that time, and my dad worked for Bell South before it was AT&T, and he would get on the pole and he would cut our phone on to make sure we're okay, and then he'd be like, "All right, bye." We're like, "Why, Daddy? Why?" You know what I'm saying? So we knew. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm really glad to have that experience.
Right.
We knew that it was hard, but now that I sit back and look at it, we lived in the hood.
Right. Bordeaux.
We drove scooters, although we might have rode our scooters by the dump.
Right.
We had all water beds.
Yeah.
We drove cars. We had and went to private school.
Right.
So they mastered it somehow. They mastered it. So I knew it was hard, but they made it work.
Right. And so let's talk about your environment. Let's start from the beginning, and how I do on my show. We start from the beginning and just kind of build to where we are now. Okay. Just talk about growing up in Bordeaux. You and your sister, is y'all two?
No, it was 3 sisters. Everybody should probably know. Stephanie, Stacy, and Chandra Reese.
Okay.
And then I had a little brother named Blair. Everybody know about little Blair.
Okay, yeah. Okay. And so how was that growing up in that dynamic with a single mother and your dad was, he was always around obviously, but maybe not in the house per se. How was that?
It was fine. You don't know what you don't know or whatever. Right. But since it was a smaller house, we had always had interactions or whatever. But the dynamic was fine. We had a good. So I was a gymnast, so I really can't say what everybody else's experience was. So I would go to school, come home, get ready for gymnastics, and then I would be gone till 10 o'clock at night. Right. And I did that up until 9th grade.
No, I know. And I have to. People want me to interject right now. Gymnasts. Okay, in our community, gymnastics is the ghetto cartwheel, is playing around, not serious per se, but you were a serious gymnast. Elite gymnast. How did you bypass soccer, tennis, volleyball, basketball, swimming to get into gymnastics?
First of all, swimming is a negative.
Yeah,
I had a curl.
Okay. Word. Oh, you get a hand clap for that. Okay, she had that curl.
Get in the pool.
Right, okay, we're not going to do that at all.
So how, basically, when, I guess from a young age, they told me that I would turn cartwheels, I would be doing flips up and down the road. I remember I have a scar in my eye where they said I was on a dresser and decided I was going to do a front flip off the dresser and hit the footboard of the bed.
Wow. Ooh, speak yourself. Wow.
Yeah, so they was like, yeah, we might want to get her some formalized training. Right. So I ended up at gymnastics. My gym was off Knowlesville Road, Li Drive. It was called International Gymnastics. And I was there the majority of my life. Well, let's talk about ghetto, though.
Okay.
Part of it. I made it real ghetto. Okay. Because, if anybody knows gymnastics, there's a balance beam, and it's 4 inches wide.
Yeah.
My balance beam was the roof of the house.
Wow.
I go back and I think about it, and I'm like, who allowed this child to go up on the roof of the house and turn backflips on the eve of the house?
Safer time back then, our parents would say, I don't care what you do, don't let the stoplight catch you. So Lord knows what we were doing. We was I was all over the country, all over the city.
I was everywhere. I got arrested.
Wow.
Not like that, but I was on my scooter driving from Bordeaux all the way over to West End.
With no helmet on.
In a Honda Spree. And I remember it was a black police officer. He was a twin. I cannot remember his name. But he pulled up behind me and was like, little girl, where you going?
Right.
He put my whole scooter in the back.
Wow.
And he took me all the way back home. And I was just like, man, I was trying to go to work.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I had a job at 13.
Okay.
And so Mama and them said, do what you got to do. Just don't get in no trouble. Be home before them street lights came on.
Absolutely.
So it was, it was a good time growing up. We had a good time in the neighborhood.
Wasn't it fun when during the time everybody knew each other? If you did something around the corner, by the time you got home, your mother and father knew.
Man.
The community took care of one another.
It wasn't an option for us to really get in trouble because everybody's parents was responsible for each other. So, I mean, we did our dirt. Don't get us wrong. We did our dirt, but we knew when to do the dirt and how to do the dirt. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, people in those days either went to a handful of schools: Haynes, Cameron, Pearl, TSU. They knew each other. I'm saying it was a community of black folk in our area.
Well, not mine. Not mine. Not mine because we're transplants. So my mom is from Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And my dad was from Ripley, Tennessee.
Ripley
Henning. You know where Tina Turner was from.
Yeah.
What's the guy who wrote Roots?
Alex
Haley.
Yeah.
Homer Alex Haley.
Oh, wow.
So that's where my dad's side is from, and it's still there. And so we were transplants, so nobody really knew each other. My mom came down for the military, and my dad came up to go to school, and then got drafted for the Army.
Wow. And so y'all settled in Bordeaux.
Bordeaux.
In Bordeaux. So how was that? I just spoke on it, but the sense of community in Bordeaux, do you think that it's probable that we could get back to that kind of connectivity between?
No, we don't go outside because kids don't go outside. We're in the. Everybody wants to manage their own house. I'm not gonna be dealing with nobody else's kids because you're gonna get cussed out for messing with somebody's kids, shot, beat up. I don't even now. I look at other people's kids like, let me go on in the house,
right? Because
you just don't. It's not the same. It's not a community anymore. It's just everybody has a house on the street,
right?
And I miss being in I just hate to say it, I miss being in a black neighborhood where there is a whole family atmosphere.
Right.
I hate it. Although it's my choice to be in a,
Yeah, well, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. But I share your sentiment of I was welcome in everybody's house around here. I mean, everybody. I mean, and they were welcome in my house as well. I had friends that could just knock on the door. My mama let them in. They go upstairs and get Pop-Tarts and get some water.
I always have food for the neighbors.
Always. It wasn't no big deal. Now you got to watch. Man, don't go over J. Corn house. They crazy over there.
Listen, I remember, I don't know, I'm not going to name drop, but Eric Bridgewater, Walter Box, Timothy Jones, which we call him Tud. It was me and my younger sister. That was the crew.
Right.
And then Robert Carney, I don't know if y'all know, but the crew was the crew. And we would be in each other's house like clockwork. Carla, a whole bunch. It's just a bunch of Beatrice. I don't know if y'all know Beatrice. You know Beatrice?
I don't know Beatrice.
Carlisa.
If I see them, sure.
Oh my God! Anyway, so we would jump from each other's house to house to house, and it'd be to the point we'd be like, "Wait, here come Crazy Joe, Larry Joe Reese. Here come Larry Joe. We about to go." They jump out the back window so that they can go and get down the street through the cut. It was so much fun because we knew which parents didn't play that. Right. You ain't supposed to be in the house.
That's right.
Get out.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's not the same.
No company meant. You might be able to have company on the porch, but you better not open that door.
Don't you open that door?
You talking through the screen door. They don't have screen doors no more.
They don't have screen? No.
No.
And also remember don't be running in and out my house.
That's right. That's right.
Once you out, you out.
And once you in, you in.
Water holes, walking down the street, eating tomatoes out of people's yards.
That's right. That's right.
Do that now. Pick somebody's tomato.
Wish you would.
Wish you would.
So now
it's all comeback.
It's all good. so now you're doing gymnastics. How was that? Were you the only black in that environment?
Absolutely.
How was that? Was it a culture shock, should I say?
So it wasn't a culture shock because I started so young that I went to an all-black elementary school, which I went to St. Vincent. I went to St. Vincent de Paul.
Okay.
And so from St. Vincent, I went to then an all-white environment over at the gym. And so for me, it was just my lifestyle. Right. And it taught me so much.
Right.
Do you hear me?
Right.
It taught me so much to be able to, even though I could tell that I wasn't a part of the white community, I still knew how to fit into the white community because I had to travel with them.
Right.
I was with them every day, even on Saturdays, which was open gym.
Right.
So I mean, that was just my lifestyle.
Right. My mother was a little bit older than your mother, father. My mother, she had a handful, growing up in Memphis, picking cotton, civil rights. Her views on that community was a little bit different. And so I heard a lot of different things that I believed in until I got older, how she talked. Now, once I researched why she felt that way, then I can kind of understand why she said some of the things she said.
I get that. My daddy was from, the deep south. And my big grandma, which is your great grandma, in my big grandma's house, I remember when we look out into the field across the street, all cotton.
All cotton.
And she was like, we used to pick that field. I didn't understand what that meant when I was young.
Right.
But that's what his lifestyle was. But they still, because I guess my mom was from the north, her mindset wasn't so subtle. Right. So we were more open. And then the fact that they were in the military, they were more open to others. You know what I'm saying? So we grew up to be a diverse type of family that be welcoming to all people.
Right. And so my mother grew up in Memphis, one of 6 kids.
Oh.
Let's see.
Memphis.
Memphis. Bigum, Betty, Bubba, T90, Mildred, Pookie. Yeah, it was 6.
You said T90.
T90.
All righty then.
T90.
All right.
Ask me if I know my uncle's name.
What?
Don't know his name, but I know T90.
I would love to know where T90 came from. You're going to have to do some homework.
He was tiny. T90.
90 pounds.
Yeah. He didn't come out often when you see him. You'd be like, man, is that a ghost? Like, he was real chill.
You're like my race. My race. You see a ghost. Oh, my gosh.
Like, okay, he cool. He had a bunch of kids. So, people don't know, and I don't talk about this often, but I got 100 cousins in Memphis. 100 cousins. So, from the 6 siblings, my mother had 2. Her sister had 3. Those 3 had 3. and it just kind of ballooned from
100 cousins.
100, and I meet a new joker every time I go down there.
Let me tell you something. I got James Reese, Dina Reese.
Yeah.
I think I got Kim Reese. That's the extent of my cousins.
Hey, listen, I meet a new one. And Pookie is still alive. She's 94 with a Jerry curl. And Mildred. Yeah.
94. Hold on.
With a Jerry curl.
Like you talking about like right now?
Right, as we speak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm about do what you need.
Hey, it is what it is. So now you're in gymnastics, no culture shock. You're seeing that, hey, white people are cool.
No, not saying that they cool.
But you notice some things. Are they looking at you different? Because I know you, and you want to be the best you can be.
At all times.
You're outshining them.
Mm-hmm.
How was that? Could you handle that? Did you deal with it? And what did your parents kind of say? Like, okay, we're going to kick some butt today.
So it was, so realistically, my parents didn't really get to do a lot of my meets.
Okay.
And that's only because they had to work in the military.
Right.
So they did come, of course, but
right.
I was really a lot with coaching white people. Whatever.
Right.
But how did I deal with it? I was young, and I'm always gonna go out there and I'm gonna kill it. I'm just not okay with not being better than everybody else. I remember one time when I won state championship, and it was a girl, Melissa.
Uh-oh.
And that's how, it was a long time ago, I still don't know her name. I had to share the podium, number one with her. Yeah, I had to share it. And I didn't understand it. And so I was so good, you know how the Dominique Dawes, Simone Biles, and that I would be, now I think about it, man, this is crazy work that they did. Right. I would be like the show.
Right.
Because I could get in the corner of the floor, and I could tumble back and forth. Back and forth. I mean, I could do back handsprings back and forth, and not get tired. And they would be like, girl, go on out there.
Right.
And then I could tumble so heavy and so hard. And, of course, I was young, so I didn't realize how powerful we are as gymnasts until I think I got to, like, high school. And I realized, oh, that's why people were, like, having me do certain things. Right. And then some of the girls would be like, not really feeling me or whatever.
Right.
But what people got to realize is gymnastics is actually a independent sport.
Okay.
We only put our scores together to make a team. But it's individual, and then it's all around.
Got it.
And so when I'm coming to compete against me,
right,
I don't care nothing about the team score. Because I got to do the best I got to do.
Right.
You got to do your part.
Right.
Everybody got a job.
Right.
And so it was really more so we weren't fighting against each other. We were fighting against yourself to be able to get through mental blocks to be able to do it. So I came in and did my job. I went home.
Right. So now we're in high school. How was high school going to Whites Creek from Bardo? How was that?
First of all, let's not even talk about from Bardo. Right. Let's talk about transitioning from private Catholic school.
Okay.
To going to a public school for the first time.
But you still Bardo, though. You still Bardo.
Yeah, I'm still Bardo. But you're going to school with people who went to Ewing Park, Jolton, and they already formulated their little cliques.
So here you is coming in 5.0 grade point average, ready to
honors
go, really
classes,
take over
all that stuff.
Right.
Sedity.
Of course.
Stuck up.
Still sedity.
Whatever.
You ain't stuck up, you just sedity.
I don't know what you're talking about. But no, so it was rough because even though people think of me as being an extrovert,
right, I'm
an introvert with extrovert tendencies.
Got it.
So when I went in, I remember the first day when you go in and you have to go to, is it homeroom?
Homeroom.
I went to this homeroom and it was in some type of art type class where they made these like cards and all that stuff.
Okay.
And I remember, what I remember from it was Harold Richardson, Chippo. I don't know if you know Chippo. God darn, you don't know nobody.
I'm a little bit older than you.
Okay.
On the other side of school.
You know Keith Stevens?
I didn't know Keith Stevens.
That's his best friend. Okay. But anyway, so I remember saying something. I think he asked me a question.
Okay.
And I must have gave him some type of upskill, stuck up. Yeah. And I remember for the first time in my life, I was called a stuck up BITC.
No, you did.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
He did.
So how was that?
Well, I didn't really care because I'm still my own person at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But we ended up dating.
Okay. Well then. Okay, there it is. How long did it take to date? That same year or your sophomore year or junior year?
No, I didn't. So I didn't go there for 1 year, and so it didn't take long because we were always all together. So we ended up running, me, him, Nicole Hemphill, Montoya Martin.
Okay.
It was a group of us that just always ran. It was kind of like the private school kids, and then I figured out who Chippo was.
Okay.
Chippo daddy used to date my mama back in the day. And I remember going home telling my mom about this guy named Chippo who said this, and said I think he told me he was going to smack me. Didn't he tell me he was going to smack me too? I think he told me he was going to smack me. And I think I told my mom, and she was like, what do you mean by Chippo? What's his real name? Harold. I said, his name is Harold. And she was like, huh. I dated his daddy. And then I started thinking, and I was like, I remember Harold coming to the house, and I met his son Chippo. So I told him about it, and then that's how we all became friends.
Small ass world.
When I say small world. And I loved his mama. His mama was the sweetest. Is the sweetest person I don't know now, but yeah.
And so you went to West Creek for 1 year.
1 year.
And then where'd you go?
And then I ended up in the Hendersonville.
Okay.
We had outgrown the Bardo scene.
You had to go.
We had to go. You start getting your door kicked in. People want to rob because they think they know what you got.
Yeah.
And then also too, you just want to get, I guess, the kids to a better environment.
Yeah.
Bigger yard.
Like,
I mean, we was in the country back then. It wasn't no interstate there. It would go down Gallatin Road until you just hit Hendersonville.
Wow. And this is when, what,
1988.
Ooh, 88, that was...
No, 89. It was 88, 89 school year.
Okay. I was a freshman at your record in 88. So, you go back to Hendersonville. You go to Hendersonville. Now, how was that? You went to private school, went to White Creek, and now you have to start over again of introducing yourself.
Because at this point, I'm no longer doing gymnastics. I stopped doing gymnastics my freshman year of high school.
Okay.
And so now I'm fully immersed into the black culture. No white people. And then my mom transplanted me to where I'm only with white people.
Okay.
That was very traumatic because now I'm starting to see more racism because so now I'm not in a place where the white people were tolerant.
Okay.
To where they're intolerant.
Right.
So I had to go to the high school. And you let my mama tell it.
Okay.
She got phone calls all the time.
Why? You battling people? You debating people? You fighting?
I'm fighting.
You fight?
I'm fighting.
Where did anger come from?
Where does anger come from?
No, where did that anger
for me?
Because you wasn't fighting at West Creek and you wasn't fighting at your other private school.
Well, don't think. Yes, I did.
Okay.
We didn't touch on that. Fighting.
So you've been fighting for the longest.
I'm from a place where respect is a big thing, regardless of how poised I am, or anything like that.
Right.
Yeah. I'm not like that now, but you're not going to disrespect me.
You said that before. We've had conversations, and you mentioned respect.
You're not going to disrespect me, and that's to this day.
Right.
At 50 years old,
right,
it'll be a problem.
Where did that come from? That energy come from? Like
probably being small, and people thinking they can try me.
Right.
But in my brain, I already know that you couldn't get me if you wanted to because I'm quick, I'm fast, I'm stronger than most.
Right.
So I always was more arrogant. I hate to say it that way. I was more arrogant than most because I knew I was built to last, and I knew that I could whip your ass.
Right. Plus, anyway.
That's now. I didn't have a gun then. Well, I take that back. But my third school, I did.
Okay.
So, but no, it was more so. I always have that there. I just unpack it when it's necessary. It's kind of like you start here, that's where I'm gonna start.
Right.
So it's an elevation. By the time I get really upset, that's something you've done.
Right, exactly. Because you don't bother nobody. You stay in your lane. You're too busy. I know your schedule. I know a lot about what you do and the people you shuttle around, and you don't have time to get on nobody's nerves or to a coffee.
First of all, that you assume that I am busy, and that is why my butt is single. Because everybody assumes I fill my time because I have the time to feel.
Right.
And everything I do is because I want to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have to do everything I do. I like to go. Like I just added golf.
Right.
Because I got time on my hands. I ain't got
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I go do what I want to do. But no, to go to at the school is because I remember sitting in geometry class, and I heard something, and I was sitting in the second seat.
Okay.
In the first row, and I literally heard chickaboo, and I'm like, shit. And I was like, okay. And I kept on running, and I heard jigaboo again.
This time for sure.
For sure.
Okay.
And I literally said, who said that? Miss Scott. And she was like, and everybody in the class, because they knew I wasn't with the stuff.
What school were you at then?
Hendersonville High School.
Okay, go ahead. Okay.
They pointed to the back corner, and it was Jason Brakefield, the star baseball player.
Yeah.
And I said, you got me effed up. I picked up that whole desk. You know, the desk where you sit in and the arm is here?
Yeah.
Picked up that whole desk, and I slung it all the way across the classroom to the back corner, and all thing I can remember is him back there like this.
Yeah.
And she was like, you got to go to the office. I went to the office and told her what happened, and he got suspended, put off the baseball team. And they just told my mama, well, she was pushed, so she can go back to class.
Wow.
And so every fight that I got in, I was pushed. Right. I beat up a girl named Jenna Tarbutton because she thought she was going to walk down the hallway and tell my boyfriend at the time, you better get your little dark, wet puppy before I beat her up. I said, hold my stuff. I remember I had on this nice cream sweater with a little rose on it, some red pants and some slides. I was cute. And I decided, I'm about to whip her ass today.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you remember shanking. You remember shanking?
I did shanking, absolutely.
I said, I'm just going to shank this bitch and just drag her all the way across the hallway. And I just said, handed him my books, and I said, bitch, what did you say? And so then I grabbed her by that shirt, and she had a number her little bra, and I was just up and down the hallway, and then I just slung her down the hallway. And I said, give me my books, let me go into the office. So I went and talked to Mr. Decker, and I said, yeah, she called me out my name. And he was like, but she said dark, wet puppy or something like that. I said, too close to nigga.
Right. Sound like nigga.
Sound like nigga to me.
That's right. That's
so she got suspended, and I went on back to class. And my mama kept getting them phone calls. My mom was like, girl, but I stand on business.
Right.
And so after that, they didn't bother me. Well, you have your choice.
You have your choice. So did you go to Hendersonville your senior year?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So,
to a certain extent.
Right.
My mama was in the military. She got deployed. So my junior year, I had to go to McGavick. Okay. Because she was deployed to Desert Storm.
Wow.
So 91 year, I was there. And then I went back when she came to Hendersonville and graduated.
So did you make many friends?
No. I do. I have pockets.
Pockets, right. Because you went to so many schools, so many environments, so many cliques and stuff like that, right? But you relied on you being who you are. I think that's the one thing that people are going to take from this. You are consistent, and you are very consistent, okay? I'm laughing because I know some stuff, and I don't want to talk about it, but on the phone, she don't answer the phone. Anyway, you don't answer the phone.
I do answer the phone. You don't answer the phone.
I answer the phone all the time. You don't answer the phone.
Oh, my gosh.
And your phone is always on vibrate when I call.
I don't, yeah.
Right, because she don't like, anyway.
I don't like what? Sounds. Like this sound right there. You can put that on vibrate.
What?
You told me, he told me before we got started, make sure your phone on vibrate. And this thing done went off 50 million 11 times.
Well, it's on airplane mode. I can't help people that.
If it's on airplane mode, you shouldn't be getting text messages.
No, it is. Okay, but I'm sorry. We'll deal with it later. Let's get back to the
I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ. See? She's taking over.
I wasn't taking over.
You're trying to take over. You can't help yourself. That's what bosses do, right? That's what bosses do. They see a problem, they try to fix it. So you get out of high school. Mm-hmm. Okay, you did well. How about TSU? What is TSU?
You said I did well.
You did well. You did very well.
I did.
Okay, you got your diploma.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the next step? Did you have different colleges that you could have gone to, or did you just choose TSU?
I did not choose TSU. I didn't want to go to TSU. So at the time, I wanted to go to Wayne State in Detroit.
Okay.
And so
why Wayne State?
Realistically, because I had a boyfriend.
Do it.
You see what I'm saying? A boyfriend that was from Detroit, and he went back home, and I was like, cool, I'll go up there.
Right.
Uber guy saw fit to say, girl, stay your butt home.
Right.
So I ended up getting in, and then the reality of life said, my parents were like, who paying for that?
Right.
Out-of-state tuition. I didn't know nothing about that. Out-of-state tuition, room, board. At the time, it wasn't just going to happen. So I was like, my goodness. So I ended up over at the not Ball State. What is it? Nashville State.
Right.
For that first semester. Then I transferred over to TSU.
Okay. So I was TSU. And the reason why I asked you the question.
We were hard.
I went to a PWI.
I don't even understand that, but go ahead.
I know. And we had curfew, 11 o'clock, Monday through Friday, 12 o'clock on weekends.
Like every day?
Every day. We couldn't have girls in our dorms. We couldn't go to parties, couldn't go to movies. We had to dress a certain way on campus.
What do you mean you couldn't go to movies? What are you talking about?
We couldn't go to movies. Right. And so it's part of the Nazarene doctrine at that time. Okay, so it may have changed. You go up there now, and they dress totally different now.
So they had a dress code and everything.
Yeah. We couldn't wear like halter tops with our stomach showing. Couldn't wear shorts walking through.
Why would you want to do that?
I'm just saying, girls.
Oh, girl. Okay.
Right. Well, boys now probably, but
girls. That's a different story.
That's a different story. I'm a hand clap on that.
Different podcast.
Totally different podcast. That was last week. That was the last week.
Yeah.
So, but we couldn't wear shorts. So if you did wear shorts, you had to be making your way to the gym. You just could like parlay in the parking lot with shorts.
I could see that. Okay. Where you are.
Right. And so when I go to TSU during, let's say the plaza during lunch, there was DJ out there. And I would see all these black folk, and they're moving in black people speed, which it looked so faster than Tribeca speed.
Really?
So we just got a vibe about us, right?
Yeah.
And the culture, we culturally just cool, fly,
like it.
Right? But then I go to Tribeca, and it's like, it's like the opera. And then you got trap music. Trap music at TSU, opera is at Tribeca.
But you went where you got the money, right? For school.
True, but I've been to Tribeca 8 years prior. My brother graduated from there. He spent 3 years there. So I was kind of comfortable in that environment. You know what I'm saying? But man, I would love to go to TSU,
like
man. And I'll be like, all these black folk. And I look at my watch. I got to go to practice in an hour, but I don't want to go. I want to sit right here.
That's why we made our schedules around being out there on the yard or whatever.
Yeah. So how was moving around in high school?
Mm-hmm.
You find your footing at TSU. How was that at TSU? Was it a culture shock, or did you just fit right on there?
That I fit right in. Because you have your... Did I fit right in? Let me see. Yes, I fit right in because when I went... God has always had his hand on me. It's always been something that he needed. So all the different environments that I've been in, and even if it's short-lived time, it's so that I can glean something from it.
Right.
So the time that I was at Hendersonville developed me. But then when he sent me over to McGavick, I got a whole core group of black friends. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That once I went to TSU, we still were friends even then.
Right.
We were all there at TSU.
Okay.
And so that was my network. I didn't skip a beat. And then you go to classes, you start meeting more people, start working in the dorms. I worked at Boyd. I was Boyd Halls.
RA?
No, that's the boys' dorm.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So I worked in the office. I worked steady.
Okay.
And we were getting paid. We was up under somebody that we were getting paid. I know it don't sound like much to most, but I was getting like $500-$600 a month.
Wow.
Ooh. Because, he was letting us write out our hours.
Wow.
Killing them.
Wow.
Killing them. Do you hear me?
Is somewhere always there in your DNA. I got to figure this out.
Killing them.
Okay, so talk about your time at TSU. Did you stay on campus?
No.
Okay.
I lived in Hendersonville.
Right.
So I would commute every day back and forth, made my schedule to where I didn't have to have an 8 o'clock class. If I did, it's usually a lab or something like that.
Right.
But my time at TSU was it's a blur because when I say I straight up kicked it, I don't kick it as an adult.
Right.
Because, it's only so much you can do. Because you got to remember, I don't know if you remember, we had teen clubs back in the day.
I do remember that.
Heartthrob,
Yes.
Mobile. You remember all that?
That's right.
Why was I 12 years old at the club?
Wow.
Totally different time.
Right, totally different time.
But so I've been clubbing since I was 11, 12 years old. You get to college, and now you want me to keep clubbing? So I kicked it. House parties off the chain.
Everything.
But we had balls that we went to. You had the Alpha ball. You had the AKA ball.
Yeah,
you had the Q ball. You had all the mixes. I remember falling asleep at a party. This is way too much information. Fall asleep at a party, wake up drooling on the table and everybody gone. Me and my homegirl, we like, because they had Q oil.
Right. Yeah. Stay away from that Q oil. And I'm a Q.
Oh, Lord. Ugh. I hated Qs back in the day.
It was different.
It was bad.
It was bad.
Oh my gosh, it teach you?
Undergrad is a little bit aggressive.
A little? Well, I don't know about now,
Now there's no way.
Back then, I was scared to walk by the Q bench.
Yeah.
Because they be like coming up behind you, sniffing on you like they some dog.
Yeah.
It was so intimidating. It was like, oh my God, I gotta walk the long way because I don't want to deal with the Q bench.
We're working hard to do away with that stigma, but sometimes we shoot ourselves in the foot by our behavior.
I think it's just. Let's taper it down a little bit.
Just
moderation.
Yeah, right.
I still like the, I like all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You've been watching the Q entirely too long.
My daughter is a Q fanatic, so I gotta watch her hop. Her boyfriend is, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Lord, her boyfriend is a Q.
Do that again. Let's see you do that.
Which one?
Do that.
Oh, Lord. There's no...
Oh Lord, you get the hand clap with that one. We respect you, trust me. Oh Lord, have mercy. Okay, let me reel this back in.
Sorry.
It's all good. You love the brothers. That's what it is.
I do.
You love the brothers. So you're at TSU, and then you meet your boyfriend. I want to get into your children and how they got here. I know how they got here, but I'm saying how they got here.
Oh, how they got here? Well, one. No, well, I was on birth control, but I know. But so I met. Here we go. So I met I don't really know how I met Michael. I really and truly don't know. He lived in the dorm. He's a Nuke.
Okay.
But he was a Nuke from. It's a college in Tulane College.
Okay.
HBCU in Mississippi.
Okay.
So that's where he's from. And he was quiet. He did his own thing. He stayed in the dorm back and forth. And we just started talking and hooked up or whatever.
Right.
And,
Right.
And that's kind of how that started. And he's good. He's cool to this absolute day.
How was the relationship in college? Y'all had a child together. Was it
Cheetah?
Oh no! Well, that probably happened. But I'm saying y'all are so cool now. How was it? Is there any way to get away from that agitation of being so emotional? Were y'all friendly back then, or did it kind of work its way to where it is now?
We're always friends. We've never not been friends,
right.
Ever. Like no, we've always been friends. Even going through all the things that young people go through,
right.
We've always remained friends because it's a respect factor,
right?
I think my mama's always prepared me for. Girl, you young. The people that you know in your elementary, high school, college. These men don't grow up until a little bit later. So the expectation is not for them to be faithful because they got to grow up.
Right.
You do run across some of your ones, but people make mistakes.
Right.
And so he just made some mistakes. And one of his mistakes of why it did not work for me is you will never lie to me and think you're going to get away with it.
Right.
And so we dated for a long time. And after we had the baby, we were at Olive Garden in Rivergate. And he said, I'm about to go to the bathroom. He's like, and then I'm going to go outside and smoke his cigarette. And I just looked at him and I said, huh? He's like, yeah, I've been hiding there for a while now. But you should know now. It's okay. It's all good. I said, oh, okay.
Cigarette.
A whole cigarette.
Oh, wow.
Well, that was the last time we went out on a date.
Right.
And he still to this day be like, I can't believe you dropped me over there. You lied to me, and you know that the one thing that was on my list is you can't smoke.
Right.
And I don't even know how you hid that.
Right.
He had this mouthwash and stuff that he could. You put effort into your lies. That's it. So that was it.
Just that.
My cutoff game is great.
Still is great.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother story. We'll talk about that later.
It is.
So you make your way through TSU, you had your fun. Let's talk about after TSU. Like, what's on your agenda? Do you want to teach? Do you want to go in your business? Like, what area of industry did you want to jump into?
I wanted to be a dentist, so I went to school for biology so that I could go to dental school.
Right.
And so I did all the things I need to do, try to take the DAT. But my weakness has always been math. And it's not that I can't do math. I have a mental block against math.
I respect that.
Yeah. And so it was really... So I couldn't get that math score as high as possible. I get anxiety. And so it was still good scores. So I had gotten into Meharry. Well, let me say this. I'm a networker. Somehow I got in really good with like Dr. Diane Dixon. It's over at Meharry. She's still there.
Okay.
And all the people, I was there, I was in their offices, I was doing everything. And she was like, okay, you're going to put in your application? Absolutely. They even put me in the post-bac class for free, where everybody else was paying for it. And people were like, how'd you get it?
Right.
And so, so I put my application in and everything when I finished graduating.
Right.
I had a homegirl, her name is Stacey Birch, spelled the same way.
Okay.
Well, it was green at the time. And so I thought, okay, I'm getting in. So I got in. They let in 42 extra people somehow because everybody called in a favor. And there's only 42 seats, but people were just letting folks in.
Right.
So they had to cut it all, and then they put a lot of us on the wait list. Well, Dr. Dixon was like, "What? Why are you not here?"
Right.
She's like, I handpicked you to come back in that pile. And she looked at it, and I said, that was Stacey Green.
Oh, wow.
Not, and it's spelled the same way. She was like, there's no way there was two people. We had the exact same GPA, graduated at the exact same time. The only difference is she was a Delta and I wasn't,
Wow.
And so she thought at that point that she had let me in. She had let my friend in.
Wow.
Who had nothing to do with nothing.
Wow.
Yeah. She wanted to be a doctor. But she's now a dentist, has her own practice in Houston. Love her.
Yeah.
To love her to death.
So y'all know each other. Y'all got to know each other.
No, I've known her. We were
y'all
best friends.
Got it.
Oh, we ran that, y'all.
Okay.
Yeah, she was that dancer.
Okay. So what are you doing there after college?
So I started teaching. I went to teach at a medical assistant school.
Right. So
I taught anatomy, physiology, medical terminology for a few years, and then I ended up getting married.
Okay.
And then that's when you get married. I was a stay-at-home mom. We made enough money or whatever. Lord have mercy. And then I ended up getting ready to get a divorce.
Next episode.
I don't know about that one. But, yeah, so I ended up getting a divorce and decided, I got a degree. So I'm going to go do something. And so I went and got a job at a doctor's office as a medical assistant.
Okay.
Well, no, surgical tech. It was a surgical tech and a medical assistant.
Okay.
So that was 2007 when I did that preemptive to the divorce. Because I got a degree, so I want to start somewhere. So I got that job because I wanted to get a job real quick because I knew I was filing these papers. And then I worked there until 2011 when I was about to have my child.
Okay.
And then I ended up stopping working and going back to school to get my actual certification to be a surg tech. Ended up working in the hospital where I was introduced to what would become my new field of medical device sales.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so that's where you are now. So talk about that field.
That is a field that when I tell you, Black people have zero clue about it. I think people kind of know about being pharmaceutical sales or whatever, and that is great. But why we don't get started right out of college is because nobody goes in to tell us. My counterparts at work, I have 24-year-olds, 21-year-olds that coming in because their parents, and I'm talking about not even just in the field, they know somebody who knows somebody and they tell them about it. You come out, so let's see, I just got a girl hired, she's 24 years old as a AAE, which is an associate rep.
Okay.
She makes $85,000 base. That's her base. Company car, we don't pay for the car. We don't pay for maintenance. We don't pay for nothing. You just saw my company car.
Her company car is off the chain.
It's not your normal company car.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's a luxury, not luxury vehicle, but it's a luxury edition.
It is luxury.
Yeah.
Yes, a luxury edition. Right.
Luxury edition.
Right.
And so she has an Equinox though, but when I say it's wrapped up, it's a nice new car. Yeah. We don't pay for gas. I don't even know what y'all paying for gas.
Right.
Because I just pull out the little card and do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But anyway, but I pay my dues to get there.
Right. Absolutely.
I pay my dues. And so the field pays so much money, and so she'll make commission every 3 months. Sometimes 5, sometimes 20, sometimes 30. That's just as 1,000 every extra 3 months. But that's as an associate. So when you become an actual account executive, where I am, you're starting off in six figures.
Right.
You know what I mean?
As your base.
As my base. And then every 3 months, I'm commission based. And so anything over 92%, I'm getting paid.
Right.
And so I'm not going to talk about me. Right. I have a cable worker who bring home 70,000, 80,000 every 3 months. in addition to his regular check.
Wow. Working 9 to 5, 8 to 5, 8 to 4. I'm sorry. 8 to 12. I'm sorry. 8 to 10:30.
Stop. No, that's a little bit much. We do, and so that's the thing. We do have our own schedules. We are responsible for it, and we treat it like our own personal business. Everybody runs their territory just a little bit different. I run mine different.
Right.
And so the way I handle mine, this is just so that people know, is I get into most of my accounts. I build relationships. I am a relationship person.
Right.
When you can build a relationship, it's no longer just sales.
Right.
So if you can build the relationship and get to the people, they start telling you when they need stuff. They start actually, calling you and letting you know that, hey, so-and-so needs this, so-and-so needs that, and it starts to sell itself. So I no longer have to just go in, you know what I'm saying, to the hospital as much. So I can focus my time on other things.
Right. And so you become somewhat of a mentor to the people you're bringing in.
I don't have to.
Right. No, you don't have to.
Yeah.
But you do. I mean,
I do.
You share information.
Oh.
You told me about the young lady that you brought in.
And then the guy. Remember?
I hope he's holding on. I'll pray for him. That's my guy. He got a lot going on.
He got a lot.
I know. But the fact that you're willing to do that, and what we've seen a lot of time, not all the time, but when black people get to that position, they want to keep people away. They don't want the competition, but you bred for competition. You don't mind competition.
No, but also, too, the way I was brought into it. Right. So I was brought into, so this is my second company that I work with. Right. So the way I was brought into this was by black, well, my other one was a black person too, but was he really? But this one is actually a black man who believes in black people and really wants to get as many of us in as possible because we deserve. And so for him, it's, if you come in here, you're going to have to bring some people too. Right. So that means you need to learn what you need to learn, and how many people are you going to be responsible for getting in the door. Right. And so I took that to heart. So I give them every ounce of me. Like, I'm going to tell you, my last commission check was not anything I've ever seen before. Right. Like, why did I wake up this morning? Right. But the guy that I've been trying to help. Yeah. Oh.
He got to go.
Oh, and then let's not talk about the one he's about to get. So what I'm saying is I'm going to give you everything I have, and when you run things by me, I'm going to tell you a way to maximize it. Right,
and I think that's the way it should be. You pay it forward. You're going to get it back. You know what I'm saying?
100%. Right. Let me tell you how I get it back. This is the God that we serve. I'm going to tell you. The God that we serve. I did not complain. I complained, but it was, God does what he has to do. My last commission check was not good at all. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. Right. I got a call yesterday, and it was like, hey, Stacey, aren't you a level so-and-so, so-and-so? And I was like, yeah. He was like, well, it's not saying that you're that level. It's saying that you are lower than that. And he was like, yeah. He said, can you find the letter where you came in? I was supposed to be this high level. Right. And I was like, I'm driving or whatever. He said, bam, found the letter. Since 2024, they have not been paying me my right salary. That means my commission is low. Has
always been lower for the past 2 years. Too low.
And so guess what? Almost 2.5 years.
They're gonna run it back.
I said, run me my money.
I need mine.
I need everybody. He said, are you sure you're gonna make them do that?
You get a hand clap. Because they would do it. That's fair. That's fair business.
They just sent out a memo saying for all you people who are like 160 and 70% to plan, means we're 70% over. Right. You might want to reconsider as we go into the year and we start cutting back on different products. Are you going to still keep that same run rate and y'all owe us money? And they would have to take it. So if they willing to take my money, I want every coin I have. He said, you willing to fight that fight? I said, I'll take that butts to court. I don't give a goddamn. Right. Because now y'all stealing. Right. No, right. And I got a whole letter to prove it. He said, all right, I'm with you on it. I just want to make sure you're ready. Yeah. They can't push back because it's on the letter that HR sent me. Right. I want every bit of my coin. But that's how God does. He was like, I'm going to save it up. You're going to get it back.
Right. See, it goes to being a good person. You're in sales. I think half of it, or what percentage of it is you, and what percentage is the actual thing you're selling, as far as relationships? You think it's more relationships than the actual machine, or the machine, or the relationship?
I'll say that the product has to do what it says it does. Right. It has to be good for the patient, but at the end of the day, it's all the same. It might be a little bit of tweaks here and there. Right. But who are you? And are you always around? I trust you. You help with other things other than just that. And you're honest with me. You be like, I wouldn't use that. You might want to use the other ones for that one.
Right.
And so it's the relationship, the trust, the consistency, the follow-up that works for you when you're not in the room.
Wow. And see, God puts you in rooms that maybe you shouldn't be in because your spirit, who you are, is talking for you. You see what I'm saying? So when you leave, I can see you now, just your little feet just shuffling around the hospital and everybody's business. And then when you leave, doing stuff you ain't even, it ain't your job, but you figured it out.
I do. Yeah.
Right.
But that also leans to the fact that God had me become a surgical tech. Out of the blue, never knew nothing about a surgical tech either.
Right.
But he saw fit that when I was going to go through that divorce to put me as a surgical tech.
Right.
So now I know how the whole hospital is run. I know the people. And then not only was I a surgical tech, I then became the vice president, the president of the actual association.
Wow.
So now I know all the surge techs in all the hospitals. So now when I go into the hospital, it's like, hey girl, it's so good to see you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so the relationships that I have built over the years has now cumulatively helped me be successful.
Wow. And so now you know the front of the house, the hospital, and the back of the house.
And I'm not scared of a surgeon because I used to work with neurosurgeons who are very arrogant and very hard to work with. And they put their pants on just like I do.
Right.
And so I'm not intimidated.
Right. Do some of them have like a complex?
What they call college.
I'm not going to say that.
They do. They
really?
do. I remember I had to put my doctor in check because I was really with one doctor all the time when she was really good or whatever. So I was with him all the time, and he was so mean and aggressive. I remember going out to the scrub sink, and I said, listen, doctor. Yeah. Doctor. I don't know how you treat your wife at home, and I don't know what y'all be going through, but I am not her. We're going to have a mutual respect out here for us to be able to work. I got to do my job, you got to do yours, and it can't be no tension.
So my mouth just bad, just real curt and short and just...
It wasn't just that. It's just me throwing stuff at you, telling you ain't got this, cussing you out. Stop it. Well, hold on.
No.
First of all, slavery over.
Wow. Been over.
You know what I'm saying? But he is why I got into this field.
Okay.
Because I did 2 interviews with my previous company.
Okay.
And he found out about it, and he was like, what do you mean they didn't hire you? I said, they didn't hire me. He said, how's that possible when they always come in here and ask you to train their new hires to use their product? And I was like, yeah. He was like, interesting. And next thing I know, there was a job that came open, and I was like, I'm not even going to apply for it. He said, yeah, apply for it. What I was doing one day, he said, hey, I'm going to do this.
Okay.
He said, hey, he had his little scissors in his hand. He said, hey, by the way, you got the job. I said, but what do you mean? He said, yeah, I called the president and had them fly in to my office so they could see that my neuro group, we will not use anything else that you guys make, the whole group, if Stacey don't get that job.
No, he didn't.
That's what.
Okay. It came to my head when you was telling that story. God uses your enemies as your footstool. Of all people you thought would have helped you, it wouldn't have been him.
It wouldn't have been him, no.
Right,
and that's because, one, he's part of the Good Old Boy Network. Right. But me and him, after we had the conversation at the sink, we had a mutual respect.
Right.
So I knew him. So he could look at me and be like, I could clear the room for him. Right. I could do things. I could read his mind. He could read mine. Right. And we worked well together. But we had to get a baseline. Right. Yeah. And so after that, he would do anything. He threw me a birthday party at Jeff Ruby's. 15 of my friends.
No, he didn't.
The tab was about $6,000 because he respected me because I knew my stuff. I did my job, and I made sure he was taken care of.
And he would be tons of money.
I made him money.
Tons of money.
Tons of money.
When your employers can trust you and turn their back and you know what to do, that's priceless. You know what I'm saying? A good program runs itself without the boss man being there. So he could trust you. You know, before he get, I don't know, I've seen Trapper John MD, so I really don't know. That's my area of reference. Right. Well, stuff will be in order before he got there. And so I guess that's your... Yeah, absolutely. Right. So
he just had to walk in.
Right, exactly. That's
and I would tell the room, he don't talk before 9 o'clock, so don't talk. He walk in.
He don't talk before 9 o'clock?
No.
Wow.
He doesn't talk before 9 o'clock. Don't go in here asking no questions. Don't let nobody in this room. We're going to go do surgery. We start at 7:30 until 9 o'clock. When he warms up and that venti coffee kicks in, that's when we can start talking. We turn his music on. Coldplay, that's what we playing. And it's going to be as high as it possibly can. Really? I knew him. I knew
like
him.
in the surgery room, he bumping Coldplay.
Coldplay on repeat. I can tell you, I can sing every Coldplay song.
Wow.
Yeah, on repeat. And then we're doing that, doing back surgery, doing brain surgeries, all the things.
And you seen all that.
What do you mean I seen it? Honey, I will eat candy while cutting your back open, taking your bone and crushing it up, taking your own blood to mix it, hand it back to them. Please, it don't bother me.
Wow.
And I can hold your brain.
You done all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you are bad. How many people have you killed in your life? Don't lie.
None. We have never had a patient die. None.
That's funny. I be on the streets of Baltimore. How many people you killed?
Oh no, I'm a sweet person. I don't do that. I'm not
Short
like
people
that.
are always a little feisty.
People say it's a short people complex, but let me tell you what it is. People take you for granted.
They're trying you.
Because they try you, but and you have to be ready to defend yourself, or you're gonna be a punk for the rest. You can say that nowadays.
Yeah, you can.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be a punk. They're gonna punk you every time.
Right.
You had to be ready to scrap, get down, whatever.
Win, lose, or draw. It don't matter.
If you got your butt kicked, it was a fair butt kick.
Yeah, right.
And we'll holler at each other next week.
Yeah, it is.
But no, but it's a big respect thing, and I had to get to the point where respect didn't trigger me as much.
Got it.
But it's still playing with me.
But everybody has their thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, everybody has their thing, and your thing. And I've heard you say it. I've been knowing you for a few years. You've always spoke about respect. Just I gotta have my respect. Mm-hmm. I'm real big on that because you treat people the same way. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I see nothing wrong with that. Mm-hmm. And so you through the course of your life, you had struggles, you had up and downs. You won, you lost some. How do your kids view you? Are you the hero? Do they look at their mom as somebody as a superwoman? Have they expressed it? Because your little one, the one who goes to college, Maddie gets gray hair in me, and she's not even my child. She got so much stuff going on. Yeah, she got so much stuff going on. But I see you around your kids, and they love you. Mm-hmm. They respect you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Did you put that in them initially, or was it like a gradual process? Because you have 5 kids.
I have 5 total, yeah.
Right.
So from birth, I treated them as real human beings. Now the boys I treated a little different because I was basically most of the time a single parent.
Right.
So I did strike fear into them. But my oldest son, he's 33.
Wow.
He'll tell you to this day he's a little scared of me. They don't think I'm wrapped too tight. But I talk to every one of my kids at least 2-3 times a day. Wow. And so my phone is always ringing. People think I got kids, right. And I'm gonna answer their phone call. Now sometimes I don't. I'll be like, they don't want nothing. Right. And then they all got my location. They'll be like, why are you in the store?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was by design to make sure that my kids felt loved and present. Now they didn't always have everything, but they had enough.
Right.
But once I started getting to a different, lifestyle, they got more.
Well, of course.
So now that youngin'.
Come on now.
That youngest one.
Listen.
That Sydney. Not Maddie. Maddie is just a different type of spoil. But
she is spoiled. Well, see, she has gotten. She's born in the presence of your greatest financial growth. She's in the mix where you really you didn't even hit your stride yet. You have been in a place where you haven't been ever in your life, and then here comes Maddie.
No, that's a no.
So
Maddie came when I was married, and I was a single parent. I divorced when she was like 4.
Right.
Maddie is sitting there. Maddie and Reese are really there when I ended up by myself having to struggle.
Right.
But this is what happened.
Okay.
As they got older,
right.
Then they saw the stride of when they could start to remember.
Exactly.
Stuff started showing up.
Exactly. And so when you have hit in your industry now, you're making good money. Well, here comes Sydney. Here comes Maddie. And they like, Mama, listen, I want a party. Mama, I want this. And you be like, they good kids. They don't bother nobody. They don't get in trouble. They do what they got to do, except for that damn Maddie can't get up and be on time to school. But that's her mama. She get that from her mama. Who, anyway, I'm just saying. She can't be perfect. She can't be perfect.
I've been working on that one. That's the one that I had to put in counseling. I had to put that one in counseling, man. We go back and forth by her. That's Sydney.
Yeah.
That's the one that can't get up and go to school. My Maddie can't either, realistically. She always late. Anyway.
College don't care. College professors don't care if you come.
Please.
That their money's already in the bank.
But no, these colleges now, if you don't show up so many days, they will fail you.
They will fail you. But they want you to be there.
They want you to be there. Be on time because you're going to need something from them.
At some point.
And if you need something from them, they want to be like, she came, she was respectful.
I give a couple points.
I give some points. Yeah, but you don't show up, you half sleeping, coming in 30 minutes late, talking about, hey, you got some extra credit. No.
Coming in with your bonnet on and flip-flops. And
I wish one of my kids would. That's a whole different, but no, sir.
We're not doing that.
No, not in my house.
So, lastly.
Yes.
What do you see yourself in the next 5 years? What are your goals?
So I have so many goals.
Because you lived a life. You have, your story is incredible.
Yeah, that's not even touching the surface.
Right, exactly.
So in the next 5 years, my goal is to launch. I have a couple of companies that I'm launching. So in the next 5 years, I started taking up golf, and I believe in anything that you do, you better own something in it, right?
Right.
And so for me, I started a women's golf apparel line. I know you're like, where did that come from?
Hey, there's something new. It's always.
I have. So basically, I want to make sure that these businesses grow. I want to go into the next level in my company because I'm finishing up my master's or whatnot right now, and that's going to position me to be able to take the next higher position, which is less time. I work from home, and then that'll be able to afford me to be able to push be able to push more money into my businesses. Yeah. Awesome.
Okay, so lastly, how can people get in contact with you and give them your IG, your Facebook, your TikTok? And also, let me say this. She has definitely put a battery in my back when it comes to podcasting, and I'm here, and a lot of things you see is because of her, okay? When I have a problem, when I got an issue, I gotta come to your house, okay? I gotta come to your house. And
I come here.
Yeah, and I drive, and she'll patiently show me some things that I'll forget, and she'll take notes on, but I wound up calling her again. So this is one of my dear friends. I'm honored to call her my friend. I'm in awe of the things that she has to do each day. You know what I'm saying? And she does it with style and grace. Really, I'm in awe because
appreciate that.
Because for someone who don't leave the house for 9:30. Get everything done.
So, hold on. My manager might see this. That is not true. I do leave before 9:30.
Yes, you do. But you take care of your house. You run your house from near and far, and your word means everything to your children, and they love you and respect you. And I mean, I'm honored to see that. Your kids need to see a black woman doing well and being strong. You know what I'm saying? And you're an example to so many people, and you're willing to help people in your industry. I think that says a lot.
I pride myself on giving back. I think that anybody that God has taken the time to try to develop, I think he's like my ultimate manager.
Right.
He's managed my life and put me through different situations to try to hold in on the skill set.
Right.
So that skill set is supposed to transfer to other people. And so that's what I do. I don't care who it is or what it is. I'm going to always, and even sometimes at my own detriment, I'm going to try to reach out and give back. As far as you or whatever, you don't bother me. I mean, it's something I had to learn through the hard knocks.
True.
So it's like I just learned it or whatever. So, whether it's my YouTube or Instagram, I don't really do a lot of Instagram. But my TikToks or whatever, I don't mind passing it on because it's actually refreshing me.
The more you talk about it, the more you become an expert at it.
Yeah, and I believe in what you're doing. I think that you're really good at it. And I want to see you realistically continue to elevate and grow. So whatever it takes, I want you to help. I'll help. I'll be there.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. Yeah. So tell people how to contact you or see you on these social media pages.
So all of my pages are There Goes Stacey, and that's STACIE. There Goes Stacey, TikTok and YouTube.
All right. This is season 3. I don't know what episode this is. What?
If you have to buy a house. Or sell a home.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't play that one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I am a realtor as well through Compass If you need me for anything, your friends, your family, I treat you like you're my friends and my family.
That's right.
And if I won't live there, you won't either.
How about that? All right, and this is David Sutter with the High Table with my special guest, Stacey Reese. We're signing off. This is season 3, posting soon. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.